Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're talking about the Carro 55T, which is an Italian tier 10 medium tank. This is a collector or premium tank it's a premium tank here in Blitzhanger, but I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be a tech tree tier 10 or if it's going to be a premium tank. I'm pretty sure it'd be a premium tank, but if anyone knows for sure, go ahead and let me know in the comments just to make sure. And if you guys are wanting to know, maybe go check the comments to see if there is an answer to that, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think I'm leaning more towards this is going to be a premium tank instead of a tech tree tank. Alright, so going into the statistics of the tank here, we'll break them all down. We have 1800 HP on the tank, so pretty regular for a medium tank. 308 view range, which is not bad at all. And here we get to the interesting thing, which is the gun. DPM 2864, which isn't actually horrible, for an autoloader, I guess. It's not the best DPM, but you'll see why really DPM probably doesn't matter that much on this tank. I mean, it does, but it's not the most important factor. So 240 pin on this tank, which isn't the best, but you can make do with it. Damage is 380, which is very, very solid for a medium tank. That is a lot of alpha. The burst damage, though, this is where this gets insane. 1,520 burst damage. That is a lot of damage. Now, as you would say, that's a lot of damage. Alright, so yeah, that is pretty insane. If you switch it over to AG there, you're sitting at a 2,000 damage clip. That's 500 for each shot. 4 shells in this magazine, 500 damage each. So 2,000 damage with your clip. Premium, you're going to get at 1320 still, which is like the same as a TVP, which is pretty insane. Does have 310 penetration with that as well, which is pretty solid. And yeah, that is the crazy thing about this tank, is that ridiculous burst damage on this thing. So now going down to the reload here, it has a auto reloader with 4 shells. Interclip is 3.5 seconds long, and the time for each shell to reload is 20 seconds, 7 seconds, 5.7 seconds, and 4.4 seconds. So it starts off very long. I mean, 20 seconds is super long, and then it goes to 7 seconds plus that 3.5, so like a 10-second reload, then 5.7, so a little bit shorter, and then 4.4, which is even shorter than that. And that's not a horrible reload, like 8-9 seconds. So yeah, that is the reload on this tank. I see a lot of people when they're testing it, they shoot the first, second shell, the third shell a lot, but they really do not shoot that last shell, because you can see a 20-second reload. Just that is pain for one shell, a 20-second reload. Yeah, not the best. So the way you want to play this tank is you're going to want to shoot that first, second, third shell like it's basically a 3-shot clipper tank in most scenarios. Now, whenever you come across a tank that you can fully clip out, that's, sub 1500 HP pretty much, or you can use your HE on something like a Grill or a WT, or even another medium or light tank that is lower tier, or even the tier 10, you can use all 4 of those shells and just absolutely decimate them by clipping them out. And that's where I think that 4 shell really is, its value is there for one clipping tanks out. Other than that, you want to play it like it's a 3-shell magazine pretty much, otherwise you're going to be waiting forever and have the worst DPM ever. So yeah, that's I think how you want to play this tank, kind of its play style, and yeah. So looking here at the accuracy of the tank, it has a 1.68 second aim time, which is pretty solid. Dispersion is 0.337, which isn't the best though. Gun depression 9 degrees and 15 degrees of gun elevation, so very nice gun depression. And the top speed of the tank is 55 kilometers an hour, which is pretty decent. It's a medium tank, and 21 in reverse though, which is very, very solid. So a tank you would compare this a lot to, I would think, would be the TVP, just because that huge burst damage potential. So I think this tank probably so far with the gun, it has a lot more burst damage. It's got a whole extra shell than the TVP, but it does have a very, very long reload compared to the TVP. The TVP has a long reload, but the TVP has a really quick interclip, so it can get that damage out really quick. And it only has like like a 20-second or 21-second, I think, clip reload. I mean, this thing has like a 30-something second reload, if you use all 4 shells, of course. So that is very long, and so I would think comparing this to TVP is a good thing to include the armor. So we're gonna go down and look at the armor here. And here the armor is, a lot better than the TVP, I would say. So it's not like really good armor, it's still not a very well armored medium tank, but when you compare it to something like the TVP, I think it's definitely going to be a lot better, and you're going to be getting quite a few more bounces than the TVP. You got about 210 on the sides here, depending on your angle. If you angle a little, you're going to go down a lot. And it's going to be a lot easier to pin there. But the gun mantlet here is very strong spaced armor. Gun mantlet right here, going to get a lot of bounces if you wiggle back and forth like this, I'm sure. As well, the front plate here is 234 millimeters or so. So you got some okay armor on that. 157 right there, which is pretty bad. And the lower plate, of course, is just very bad. Looking at the sides here, you do have 75 right there and very bad 50 there. So definitely HE potential here on this tank. And especially on the rear here, where you only have 40 millimeters of armor and only 56 on the turret. If we use that 9 degrees of gun depression here, let's use that 9 degrees of gun depression down like this, you are going to have a lot better turret armor here, almost 300 millimeters, so you're going to be getting quite a few more bounces than you would be just regular, and a lot more than something like the TVP. So yeah, definitely quite a bit better armor profile than the TVP. It's, not amazing or anything like that, but I think the armor profile definitely edges this out over the TVP, and I would probably rather play this tank over the TVP, definitely with that alpha and burst potential. So yeah, I think this thing is going to be really interesting, and I'm really looking forward for it to come out. Hopefully it is a tech tree. Probably won't be, though. I would imagine it's a premium tank, and hopefully I get it if it's a premium tank. I'm sure it will come in crates, though, and probably I won't get it because I'm not going to gamble my money on crates. But yeah, we'll see, and we'll see if this gets any nerfs or buffs before it is released. And yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.